Hey guys, so because this is my first video on this channel, I wanted to start things off just by going over my top 5 albums of 2016. I know it's a little bit late for that because we're like halfway through 2017 already, um, but I just wanted to go over them to give you guys an idea as to what music I'm really into. But before we go into that, I just wanted to say a couple things like as to what this channel is because this is my first video. So, lately I've been getting like super into hip hop and other music too, but mainly hip hop, and I've been watching a lot of reactors and like reviewers of albums and stuff, and I've been really enjoying it, so I thought that would be something that I found fun to do. And I want to, instead of just doing that, I want to do also more videos like this where I just talk to a camera, um anybody watching, and like have a discussion or just go over my thoughts instead of just reacting. And I've also noticed that some of the other reaction videos seem a bit lazy, like the editing is lazy, so I want to try to bring some new stuff like in terms of that and step up the editing because I do enjoy editing, and I've tried to like do other types of YouTube videos before, but I think I'm really going to enjoy this. So without further ado, here are my top 5 albums of last year. Now, I will say before I list these, I want to give an honorable mention to Frank Ocean's Blonde. It's not on my top 5 list because personally it's just not music that I'm super into, but I do see why people like it, and I do like recognize it that it is good music, but it's just not something that's for me, you know? Um, Probably gonna get a lot of hate for that, but this next little bit here might be even worse. So I will start from number 5 and go down with each album. I'm gonna give them 3 of my standout tracks. It was hard to pick on some, but it was easier to pick on others. So my number 5 is actually Views by Drake. I know a lot of hip hop fans gave this album some hate because like he's singing on it a lot and he's not really rapping, and I see, like, I do get that, and there are tracks on the album that I really don't enjoy, but there are a few that I also really do enjoy. Some that aren't in my top 3, like Hype, I like that song. With You or something, the one with Party Next Door, I really like that song. Too Good with Rihanna, I like that song. Too Good would have been on this list, but I've heard it too many times on the radio in the past little bit, so that's why it's not on. So my top 3 for Views are the song Still Here, the song Child's Play, and the closing song Views. Those are my top 3 on that album. If I had to pick one of those 3, it would probably be Still Here. Probably, because I really like Still Here. So my number 4 album of the year is actually going to be Stoney by Post Malone. That was another song that I enjoyed. It's also more R&B than rap, but the songs that I like most off of it, Broken Whiskey Glass, which I believe is the opener of that album as well. Congratulations featuring Quavo, and Money Made Me Do It, which I think is featuring 2 Chainz. So 2 of those top 3 songs on that album for me are featuring rappers. That was the first music that I had heard from Post Malone, but I really like that album. There isn't really any songs on it that I think are bad, but there are ones that stand out, and those are the 3 that I enjoy most on that album. So my third favorite album of the year, and this one's a weird one because when it came out, like, I didn't listen to it at all last year, because I don't know why. I guess I've like broadened my the type of music that I like since then, but my number 3 is Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight by Travis Scott. I just actually listened to it like a week ago because I've seen so many people saying that that's one of their top albums of the year from last year, and I was thinking about making this list, and I was like, I haven't really given that album a chance, so I went back and I listened to it, and I actually really enjoyed that album. My 3 standouts on Travis Scott's album are The Ends, which I'm pretty sure is the opening track, and I think it's featuring Andre 3000. I don't really know because I hate that artists don't put features like on their tracks on their albums anymore. It's not something that I'm gonna be like super pissed about, but it's just a little bit annoying, you know. My second standout track on that album is Through the Late Night featuring Kid Cudi. I think that was the first. I don't know which came up first. That single on that Surfin' single on Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying, or Birds in the Trap Sing, or Through the Late Night. Sorry. But I think it was Through the Late Night, which was the one that I heard where people were like, holy shit, this actually sounds like Kid Cudi again. So that's one of the reasons I like it a lot, because that was like when Kid Cudi started coming back into form. and I also just really like that song, and I love Kid Cudi. So, and then my final third standout track on Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight is Guidance, which I think only has Travis Scott in it. I really, really enjoy that song. Now, my second favorite album of last year, like this one came out at the very beginning of the year, or maybe February. I think it was right at the beginning, though. One of the first albums of the year was The Life of Pablo by Kanye West. I didn't have high hopes for this album at all going into it, but after listening to it, it really blew me away. I went to the tour for it as well. I didn't really enjoy the tour as much, but I think the album is really good. My three standout tracks on that one are I cannot flip and talk. Are Ultralight Beam featuring Chance the Rapper. This was the first track I think that came out. No. But he was performing on Saturday Night Live, I think the night that the album came out, or the night the album was supposed to come out or something. And this was the first song that like I knew was gonna be on the album that I heard. And when like the whole beginning part of them singing and stuff, I was like, what the hell is this? This isn't no Kanye song. And I actually didn't know who Chance the Rapper was at this point. So when he came out and started rapping, like my mind was blown. I love that verse from Chance the Rapper. That was probably one of my favorite verses of last year. But yeah, that song, going back to it, it's a real good song. My second standout track on The Life of Pablo was Highlights. This song just is one of my favorites. I really, really like the part where Kanye is rapping on it. I really love Kanye's verse. That's my favorite Kanye verse on that album for sure. I was really bummed because he performed Highlights live, but he cut it off right at the part that he was gonna be doing the verse. That's probably one of the reasons I didn't enjoy the tour very much. I was kind of butthurt about that. But yeah, Highlights is a really good song that I like. And my third standout track is Waves. I fucking love Waves. It's such a good song. It's probably one of my favorites from last year. Like one of my favorite songs, period. Not just this album. So my favorite album from last year, we've talked about him a little bit earlier, is actually Passion, Pain, and Demons Slain by Kid Cudi. I loved this album and I still love it. Such good songs, and it's so nice to see Kid Cudi back. Some songs that I did like on it, other than the three I'm listing, were... Sorry, I had to look it up real quick. I forgot their names. The three songs that I also enjoyed, other than this top three, were... Fuck, I forgot again. 1 second. Let me just look here. Swim in the Light, Rolls Golden featuring Willow Smith, and Baptized in Fire featuring Travis Scott. I really like those songs as well. There are a lot of... I really like a lot of songs. I like Does It. I like The Commander. I like almost all of the songs on this album. There are a couple that like just drag on for too long and I don't enjoy, but this is my favorite album of 2016. I'm so glad we got Kid Cudi back. My three standout tracks were By Design. That was also one of my favorite songs of last year, featuring Andre 3000. That was an amazing song. I've showed that song to a few people, and I haven't met anybody that doesn't like that song, so it's really good. My second favorite is All In, which is just Kid Cudi. I love that song as well. And then the single that came out at the beginning, Surfin', featuring Pharrell Williams. That was just that's a really, really good song. So Passion, Pain, and Demon Slain was my favorite of last year. If anybody is watching this, I know there probably isn't really anybody watching it because it is my first video, but leave your top 5 albums of the year down in the comments. Let me know if you agree, what albums you liked. Also, an album that I really liked was Chance the Rapper's Coloring Book. I thought that was pretty solid, but I just like these 5 better here. I also do want to list off my top 5 of 2017 so far, just real quick. I'm not going to go through it as in-depth as I did last time, and not really in any order. They'd probably be Hendrix by Future. Well, I guess this isn't in order. Hendrix by Future, More Life by Drake. I like Drake, but it's probably not going to be in top 5 by the end of the year. At least I hope there's more albums that come out. I Decided by Big Sean. That's what it's called. My second favorite so far this year is Joey Badass's All American Badass, and obviously my favorite of this year so far is Damn by Kendrick Lamar. That's a phenomenal album. Logic is coming out as of uploading this, hopefully later tonight. I'm really excited for that. I hope that cracks top 10 or top 5. It's gonna crack top 5. I'm a really big Logic fan. I'm gonna have a reaction to that up, as well as a reaction to the Suicide 1-800 song. Just that's gonna be here in a bit, that I recorded a while ago. So stay tuned for that. I am still just getting started here. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with everything yet, but I will be figuring that out very soon. So if you guys did watch this video, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, man, because there's some good stuff coming. And I'll see you in the next one, hopefully.